So my ELA mini lesson is going to be on the 5 W's. It is something that you teach early on. I'm focusing more around second grade because I feel that age range is easier for them to understand. First grade, they're getting their hands on reading and trying to learn it out. So then second grade and learning the 5 W's is the beginning step on understanding the important parts of the text. So this follows along with Massachusetts Framework's Reading Literature 2.1, where they are able to answer the questions of who, what, when, where, and why. The text I have chosen is Polly Pastrami Achieves World Peace. I did use this in another class, and I wrote a whole paper about how we should teach peace in the classroom, so incorporating that into this. This is a book that it has great illustrations, so I feel that kids would be able to relate to it and they would have fun with it. So if I were to start off with this lesson, I would start off circle time, and I'm not going to read the whole book right now because it's going to take a little longer just to read through it, but I would read the book to them, and then we would sit, and then I would start off by saying, who knows what any of the 5 W's are? Now, some students, they might raise their hand because their parents might have, or they might have heard it before. Some might say no. So let's say, for instance, they come up with who and where. Or even you could give it to them. Or let's see, they come up with who and where. And then you could say, does anyone know any others? So you could say, you could ask them, what was the book about? And hopefully one of them would be like, oh, was one of the W's what? And if they're having trouble with this, you can feel free to give it to them because this might be the first time they're learning about it, so who knows? So let's just say we get through, write down all the who, what, when, where, whys. Okay, so we'll write the answers in blue so they're able to focus on it, pay attention to what's happening. So we'll write them all down. We've gotten that far. So to help them out, you can walk it through with them. So after you read the book, you're like, who's the book about? It's right on the cover. It's pretty easy. It says his name right on the first page. This is Polly Pastrami. Easy, it's about Polly Pastrami. Great. Now, from reading the book, it doesn't give you an exact location as to where it takes place. But from reading the book, you can see that he goes around to all his friends, to his family. His father says they're going on a world tour. Obviously, you can't go on a world tour in one night. World tour means they just go around the town. So you could say, takes place in Polly's hometown. Now, you would say to them, when you're reading a book, your goal is to help you find key ideas to help you understand the book. Yes, pictures are cool, artist has cool drawings, but the point you want to teach them is that you can't understand a text if you don't know what's going on or the reasons behind it. That's what further helps their understanding. So the goal of the lesson is to teach them to really find the key details in the text. Now you could do it one of two ways. You could read through the book together and write this out together. Or you could have them read the book in groups and partners by themselves. However, your classroom works best. You want to fit with the students' needs of your classroom because every classroom is different. So in this case, I'm just doing it all. So then you would ask them the question, so this book is about Polly Pastrami. So what is Polly Pastrami doing? And it says it right in the book title. Hopefully by this point, they have figured it out because it's right in the title. So, what does Polly Pastrami want to do? Achieve world peace. And when does this book take place? You want to look out, you want to show them, teach them that when is a point in time in their life. So it could be their age, or it could be a point in time of day when it takes out. It could say a certain month, time of year, a year. It could be anything. So in this case, in this book, in the very beginning it says, this is Polly Pastrami. He's 8 years old now, but he was only 7 when he achieved world peace. This might confuse the kids because it says he's 8 years old. Oh great, it took place when he was 8 years old. Technically, this book takes place when he was 7 because that was when he achieved the world peace. So when does this take place? So when he is 7. And why? That's the biggest question of an entire book, is trying to figure out why this person wants to do it. Now in this book, it does not state why Polly Pastrami wants the world peace. It just says that. Doesn't say anything, just says all the stuff he did to achieve peace with everyone and world peace. Polly Pastrami, he just wanted to give everyone a good life and spread joy around and make things right. He wanted to be a good kid, and that means that his parents raised him the right way. So for why, you could say to make everyone in his life happy or show how to be a good person. So it's like a good example. And then if you wanted to interact with the class, you could ask them, what are different ways you could achieve world peace? Just to keep the lesson going. It doesn't just have to be about the 5 whys. So you could ask them to give examples. Like in the book, Polly Pastrami achieves world peace by giving cupcakes to everyone. So you could ask them, what do you do to achieve world peace to anyone in your family? I give them hugs. See, that's a great option. So you could say, why does he want to do it? To make people happy. And to be able to take this home, because this is not something that's going to be easy, what I would do as an instructor is I would print out blank forms that have the 5 W's listed on it. And I would tell them, I would maybe give them 1 night, I would give them maybe 2, just to give them time to do it. I would tell them to go to our class library, pick their favorite book from the class library, have it take it home and work on their families, figuring out the who, what, when, where, why of a story that they like. That way it's something that keeps them engaged because it's a book they like, and it also gives them a better understanding about what the book is about. So then that way they can go home and they can keep the lesson going.